Okay, here we go. Lesson 7, we're on page 38. Lines and angles. Okay, we have some new terms here. So we have space. So space, so with space you're gonna have, that is when you're working in a three-dimensional world. So in our world we have space, we have air between us, there's things in between us. A line, geometry. So geometry, we study figures that have one dimension, 2 dimensions, and 3 dimensions. So geometry, you're dealing with everything in that respect. Yes, Aries? One-dimensional shape, so that's just going to be a dot or a line, yeah. Well, that would be 2-dimensional. 1-dimensional, it really is just going to be like a line or a dot. And let's see. I guess it doesn't even say that, does it? Interesting, it doesn't even say that. So 1-dimensional, it's just going to be a line or a dot. I'm very surprised it doesn't have that in here. Yeah, the beginning of the math book is usually going to be review for most of us, but since we've had a weird year, it's good to have this review for everyone. Okay, so we have different types of lines. So we have line AB. So when we have, doesn't have an example, does it? Oh, it does, example 1. Okay, so example number 1. Example number 1 on page 39. So use the symbols to name a line, 2 rays, and a segment in the figure at the right. Okay, so what that means, so we have a line with 2 arrows on it. We have A and B plotted on this line. Okay, so first off, we need to name a line. So what that's going to mean is you're going to say AB, because those are the letters that are involved here, and then you're going to put a line with 2 arrows on top of it. 2 arrows on top of it, and that's very important because lines involve this entire figure here. Okay, so that is a line. Then it wants us to identify 2 rays. So a ray is going to have just 1 arrow on top of it, and you are going to have your letters still. So AB, and then a line on top of it with an arrow, and it can point to the left or right. So line AB, this one, it needs to go to the left because it is going, it's going to be going this way because A is on the left side. For the other one, it has to point to the right side because I'm going to list B first. So we have B. Can we stop making noise? B, A. Okay? So when you have the first letter listed first, so letter A, it's going to be pointing towards the left because A is on the left side. When you have B listed first, or the second letter or number, you are going to have the arrow pointing towards the right side because the B is on the right side. So these 2 examples right here, they are an example of a ray. A ray. Okay, and then the last one we have is just a line segment. So the segment part, I'm going to get my highlighter for this part. So the segment is just talking about from A to B, so from point to point. So we have A, B with a line over the top of it. Or you could say B, A with a line on top of it because you were just talking about the segment. You don't need an arrow for a line segment. So line segment, AB or BA, line seg. Circle around it. Okay, any questions about how we would write a line, a ray, or a line segment? You guys all studied this before in some way? Yeah? Because we did not get into this in math last year, but you guys might have done this in like 5th, Or fourth grade, third grade even? Okay, that makes sense. Depending on your math, how far you guys made it. Okay, example 2. Now we're going to get into some examples with some actual numbers. We like that. Example 2, in the figure below, AB, I'm going to draw out the line. So we have A, we have B, and then we have C. Okay, so in the figure below, segment AB, it doesn't say segment, I just know that that is a segment because there is no line on top of it, so it's talking about just A to B. I'm going to highlight that. Segment A to B is, where was it? It is 3 centimeters long. 3 centimeters long. And A to C is 7 centimeters long. So in red, I'm going to highlight from A to C. So from here all the way to here, we are going to have 7 centimeters. You can see where this is going. It's going to be asking for BC. Yep. Find BC. So it wants to know what is this missing segment from B to C right there. It wants to know what is B to C. How would I solve for that? Yeah, Courtney. Yep. Yeah. So I'm going to take 7 minus 3 because we're solving for a smaller value because 7 is the total and we're solving for a smaller value in between. So 7 minus 3, that's just going to be 4 centimeters. That's it. So the segment BC, it's going to equal 4 centimeters. You guys good with that? Jaden, feel good about that? Yeah? Okay, Abby? All right, let's go. Got a few more examples, looks like here. All right, so on the next page, we have a plane. A plane is a flat surface that extends without end. It has 2 dimensions, length and width. Okay, so we're going to have intersecting points, which would be something that's perpendicular, and we would have parallel points, which is lines that are never going to touch each other. So I'm going to draw it up here, but you can go ahead and draw it on the board over there. Yep, you can draw it. You can erase that stuff up there and you can draw it there. So intersecting, they are going to be, another word for it would be perpendicular lines. So they cross each other at a single point. Those lines are crossing each other at a single point, which is right there in the middle. So that right there would be an intersecting point. Parallel lines, they never cross each other. So if I can draw my lines really straight, that ain't bad. They are never going to touch each other. What is an example of 2 parallel lines that you guys can see in this room? It could, yeah. It could be anywhere. They don't have. Exactly. It could be shaped like a T. It could be shaped like an X. It could be shaped like an L. Yep. So, Aries, what would be an example of 2 parallel lines in this room? In this room, anything. So the lines on the board. That's not what I was looking for, but that's in the room. So, right here, the window shades. That's good. So these, they are never touching each other unless I cross them over with each other. Okay, but at that point, they're not parallel. The walls. The wall with these windows on it and the back wall with those windows on it, they are never going to touch each other. We're talking about this wall and this wall, they have an intersection point at the corner. We're in trouble, exactly. Yep, so that is intersecting point or intersecting lines and parallel lines. Perpendicular, I just talked about that, okay. Then we have oblique lines. So oblique lines, that's going to be something where you have an angle. We're going to be working with that quite a bit, I have a feeling. So here would be an example of an oblique line. Something where we're going to have an angle. This would be an acute angle, yep. And you are going to have, so this right here, this is an angle. And then right here, this is going to be called a vertex. a vertex. So that is where the two lines, the two rays, are intersecting to create an angle. And in this case, it's a cute little angle. There's right angles everywhere in here, yep. Yeah, Jaden? Math? I have no idea. I didn't know that was a word.
I see acute angle.
Problem 5 on what? The recording. Okay. So example 3. Oh wait, I wanted to get to right angles, acute angles, and straight angles. So this right here, this is an acute angle because it is less than 90 degrees. One way you can remember that is it is a cute little angle. It's a cute angle because it's smaller than 90. Then you have an obtuse angle, which is going to be greater than 90. And it's obtuse, so you can say it like this. It's big, obtuse, acute. You don't say you say acute and obtuse. I mean, if you said it opposite, it wouldn't really make sense, right?
Oh, cute.
Exactly. It sounds weird. Okay, and then we have a straight angle, which is just a flat 180 degree line. Okay, so that's just a flat or called a straight angle. And then the last one we have is called a right angle. We've got lots of right angles. This is going to be equal to 90 degrees. You're going to see 90-degree angles everywhere. Just look at the corner, each corner of your desk, look at the corners of your textbook, corners of my phone, everything on here, it's a right angle. If it was a different angle, it'd be a little weird. It'd still be a right angle, even though it has a little curve on it. Okay, so example 3 on page 41. So it says, which line is parallel to line AB? So let's draw this real quick. So I have a line here, got a line here. You guys are talking, can you talk a little quieter? Ladies, your voice carries, Madeline. So here's my points. I have A, I got B, I got C, and I got D. Okay. Point A, so it wants to know which line is perpendicular to line AB. So first off, where is line AB, Abby? Where is line AB here? At the top, yep, from here. A to B, so that's line AB. So which one is, it's asking parallel, right? Yeah, so which one's parallel to line AB? Yes, Bethy?
CD.
CD, yep. CD is perpendicular to AB. Let me show you here with a little highlighting. I like colors. AB is parallel to CD. Those two lines are parallel to each other, the yellow lines. Now letter B says, line BD, oh whoops, that's a solution. Which line is perpendicular to line AB? Which line is perpendicular to line AB? So I'm going to do this one in blue. So I have AB. Which line is perpendicular to AB? Jaden, which line is perpendicular to this blue line, AB? So A is a point. So this entire line AB, which line would it be, CD or BD? Which one's perpendicular? Caleb, can you help us out? CD, so CD would be parallel to AB. William, which one is perpendicular to AB? Yeah, BD, because they are intersecting. They are intersecting each other. So BD, they are crossing each other at point B. That means they are perpendicular to each other. Yeah.
Is there another line on the other side?
Nope. In your book, it doesn't have another line in this scenario. Okay. So now that is naming parallel and perpendicular lines. Okay. Last example here, then I'm going to let you guys move on to your homework. Example 4. There are several angles in this figure. So we have a straight line right here, and then we have a line that's going perpendicular from the middle, and then another line that's coming out over here. This point is A. We have a point right here, which is M. We have a point right here, which is B. We have a point right here, which is C, and a point right here, which is D. Okay, first off, I need to name the straight angle here. I need to name the straight angle. Aries, where's my straight angle here? AM to D. Yep, so I'm going to write an angle sign. So angle A, M, D. So the one I'm talking about, if you're not seeing what I'm talking about, is right here. A, M, D, that is my straight angle because it is the straight flat one that is 180 degrees on both sides. Okay, so AMD, that's my red line. That's my straight line. Okay, name the obtuse angle. Where is my obtuse angle? Abby, where's my obtuse angle? A all the way to C, yes. But when we're saying it, we got to make sure we remember that M. So it's going to be A, M, C. But yes.
AM to CM.
Nope. We would have angle, whoops. Get rid of the red line. We have A, M to C. So we have from here, because from A to M, that's our first two. And then we go from M to C. And you could list C, darn highlighter, angle CMA, CMA awards, country music awards, if you weren't catching on. So CM to A. As long as your M is in the middle, because that is the middle letter, then that is how you can write it. You can write AMC or CMA. You guys feel good about that so far? Okay, now I'm gonna name my right angles. Bethy, where's my right angles at?
AMB.
Yep, that's one of them. Where's the second one at? Yeah. So my two right angles, I have AMD or AMB or BMD. Note that's because this is a right angle right here, and I have a right angle right here. Okay. All right. Oh, and then the last one, an acute angle. Where is my acute angle, Caleb? Yeah, CMD. And what's another one that you see there, Jaden? So we have CMD for an acute angle. Where's my other acute angle? Yeah, BMC. Good. All right. I feel like you guys are ready to go on this lesson. So go ahead, and your lesson is listed over there. Lesson 7, page 42, A through, can't see that, I, and then numbers 1 through 29. So you guys got a good amount of class. So till 10:45, you guys got about a half hour. All right. Now, Key and Evan, you guys ready to rock and roll? Rock and roll.